I am Dr. W. P. Gunole from Kamala Nehru Mahavidyalaya, Nagpur. Today we are going to discuss the limitations of valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Already we have discussed different types of examples. By taking these examples, we have seen on the basis of VSE pair theory, we have discussed different types of molecules and based on the Gillespie stereochemical rules. This VSE pair theory explain the satisfactorily the examples or the shape of the molecules, but some molecules are there, the shape of that molecules could not be explained by the VSE pair theory. Therefore, there are certain limitations, and on the basis of that we are discussing what are the different limitations that VSE pair theory could not explain the shape of polar bond present in the molecule like Li2O, or some other examples are also there similar to ammonia, similar to water. So some limitations are there, and also VSE pair theory could not explain the shape of the tetrahedral that is square planar molecules. So what are the different types of examples which could not be explained by VSE pair theory, that we are going to discuss in today's presentation. So the topic is the stereochemistry and bonding in main group compound. This is part 6, and here we are going to discuss the limitations of valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. And in this case, first limitation is, as we have seen that different types of example that valence shell electron pair repulsion theory explains, but some molecules are there, the shape of some molecule could not be explained by VSE pair theory, and therefore we can say that there are certain limitations of the VSE pair theory. So various limitations of VSE pair theory are given here. The first limitation is valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. VSE pair theory failed to explain the shape of the molecule having very polar bond. For example, in case of Li2O and H2O, Li2O has linear shape, water have bent angular shape. So these are the two molecules having very polar bond, and in case of Li2O, lithium is metal, oxygen, so this is a minus and plus, so polar bond is present. In this case also having a polar bond, but now both are having the formula similar. H2O, hydrogen and lithium are in the same group. H2O formula, Li2O, hydrogen, lithium, sodium, these are the elements of first group, and in this case formula is H2O, Li2O. So H2O have bell shape or angular shape, but Li2O have linear shape. So this is not explained, formula is similar, but this is not explained by VSE pair theory, and therefore we can say that Li2 have linear structure. So we can say that according to the VSE pair theory, Li2O should have bent like structure, and in this case oxygen, in case of Li2O, bent like structure of water. So we can say that Li2O should have structure similar to that of water, that is bent structure, but in both the cases oxygen atom have lone pair of electron. So geometry of the Li2O molecule should be as like that of the should be like water or inverted V shape. So water have inverted V shape, so Li2O should also have inverted V shape structure, because oxygen atom in both the case have lone pair of electrons and two bond pair of electrons. So here in case of but actual practice, geometry of the molecule of Li2O is linear, and therefore VSE pair theory fails to explain the geometry of molecule like Li2O which have very polar bond. So this is one example and limitation. So VSE pair theory explain the shape of what is the water. Already we have discussed the shape of water is inverted V shape, bent or angular, but the shape of Li2O could not be explained because Li2O have linear shape, and even they have lone pair, also having the two bond pairs. So in this case there are two bond pair and also one lone pair, both are having same electron pair, but the shape of water is inverted V shape and Li2O is a linear. So this is not explained by VSE pair theory. This is the first limitation, that molecule contain very polar bond. Second limitation is VSE pair theory fails to explain the stereochemistry of molecule. having extensive delocalized pi electron. And now as we know that this is the example, CCN3 is the complex. This complex have trigonal planar shape. This is the trigonal planar shape, and the formula is similar to ammonia NH3, and NH3 have the pyramidal structure which contain one lone pair. In case of ammonia, one lone pair, three bond pairs. In this case also having one lone pair and three bond pairs. Number of electron pairs are same in both the case. Ammonia have pyramidal structure, and CCN3 have trigonal planar structure. So according to the VAC pair theory, CCN3 should have same geometry similar to like that of ammonia, but in both the case nitrogen and carbon atom has three bond pair of electron and one lone pair of electron, and also having the both carbon and nitrogens are sp3 habitage. But a geometry of this CCN3 is a trigonal planar. So this is not explained by VAC pair theory, therefore this is another limitation. Therefore we can say that VAC pair theory explains majority of the molecule satisfactorily, but the such type of molecule could not be explained. So this structure of this molecule is trigonal planar CCN3, and formula here is the structure should be similar to NH3, but NH3 are pyramidal, but this compound should not, molecule have no pyramidal structure, the molecule have trigonal planar. So this trigonal planar structure is not explained by the VAC pair theory, therefore this is another limitations of valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Third limitation is VAC pair theory fails to explain the shape of molecule having which have inner pair electron, or it does not explain the shape of molecule which have inert pair effect. The molecule, if there is a inner pair electrons are present, then or inner pair effect is there, then this VAC pair theory could not explain such type of molecule. Examples are given here, xenon hexafluoride molecule, and in case of xenon hexafluoride molecule we can say that xenon is the central atom, and xenon has 6 total, what is the atomic number is 54, and valence shell configuration is 5s2, 5p6 and 5d0. 8 electrons are there. Out of 8 electrons now in the inner here this is the electron configuration, and here this is the arrangement, and in this case these are the 6 fluorine atoms are there, and these 6 fluorine atoms are showing after excitation of these 3p6 are there, 5s2 is there, and p having 6 electron, 3 orbitals are paired. So all the 3 from this pair 3 electrons are promoted to the 5d, and now 5p have 3 electron and 5d have 3 unpaired electron. So these are the 6 unpaired electron. So the hybridization is, see here, the sp3d3. So in this case sp3d3, 7 orbitals are there. Out of this 1 is a lone pair, and these are the 6 bond pair. So in this case there are 6 bond pair and 1 lone pair. So here, but this electron pair is a lone pair, and which is present in a 5s2 inner shell. So inner shell. So this is the inner shell electron, or it is known as, this is known as inner lone pair. And because of that, structure of this molecule is shown here. Structure of XeF6 is a octahedral. Actually, according to the VAC pair theory, shape of this molecule should be how many? 7 electron pairs are there. So 7 presence of 7 pair of electrons, the shape of the molecule should be pentagonal bipyramidal. But this molecule have no pentagonal bipyramidal structure. Actual structure is octahedral containing 1 lone pair. So this is not explained by valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. So in this case, why the shape is octahedral? Now the question is there, why the shape of xenon hexafluoride is octahedral? Because the lone pair is there, and this lone pair is present in the inner pair electron, inner shell. So in this case we can say that xenon hexafluoride has 7 electron pair, 6 bond pair and 1 lone pair. So according to the VAC pair theory, 7 electron pair should be arranged in a pentagonal bipyramidal manner, but due to the presence of 1 lone pair at axial position, geometry of the molecule should be distorted. But in actual case, geometry of the xenon hexafluoride is regular octahedral. This is important. Actually, the geometry of xenon hexafluoride is regular octahedral. This is due to the presence of inner lone pair. In xenon hexafluoride, xenon has lone pair in inner 5s orbital, and therefore such inner lone pair are inactive and cannot be repelled with the bond pair effectively. So such inner lone pair does not play any role in the distortion of the geometry, and this is not explained by the VSEPR theory, and that is why this is the structure of this molecule. This is the regular octahedral structure, and presence of lone pair, this lone pair is inactive and there is no any repulsion with the bond pair of electron, and there is no any lone pair bond pair repulsion, and therefore there is no any distortion because the electron pair, lone pair is a inner pair electron, inner shape. So it is present in the inner, therefore it is inactive, and therefore the shape is not pentagonal bipyramidal, but the shape is a regular octahedral with a bond angle of 90 degree. So this is third limitation. Fourth limitation is there. VSEPR theory does not make any distinction in lone pair belong to S, P, D or F orbital of the valence shell. It means that we can say that VSEPR theory does not explain which electron pair repel more and like that. So that is S, P, D, F. So if the electron pair, we can say that lone pair of electron present in the S orbital, P orbital, D orbital or F orbital in the valence shell, it means that there is no any distinction that lone pair present on the S orbital, P orbital, D or F. VSEPR theory does not give any distinction or differentiation between the lone pair of electron present in the S, P, D or F orbital, and because of that VSEPR theory does not explain in which the electron pair repel more. So where is a more repulsion? As we know that in general, if there is a more repulsion, distortion is more. So depending upon the if the greater the repulsion, then unstable is the molecule. So smaller the repulsion, stable is the molecule. So geometry of the molecule depends upon the repulsion between the electron pair. So VSEPR theory does not give any distinction between the lone pair, whether it is belong to S, P, D or F orbital. So this is another limitations. And number 5, VSEPR theory fails to explain the shape or geometry of the complexes formed by the d block element. That is, d block element which have the D8 configuration have tetrahedral geometry. Generally it is given by VSEPR theory, but what is now? But in actual practice, they also actually they also can form tetrahedral as well as they also form the square planar geometry. So VSEPR theory does not give any explanation for formation of square planar complexes. This nickel tetrachloride complex, this ion is a tetrahedral, but same compound nickel CN4 2- is a square planar. So there is no distinction. So here is given nickel having the atom number 28, and in case of nickel 2 plus, this is the nickel argon 4s2 3d8. Nickel 2 plus have the configuration argon 4s0 3d8. So 2 electrons are from the 4s and 3d8. So this is the D8 configuration, and example of D8 is the nickel 2 plus. And in case of this, NiCl4 2- shows square planar and NiCN4 show the tetrahedral. So in this way they show the NiCN4 square planar, and in this way they show the nickel 2 plus shows square planar as well as the tetrahedral geometry. So square planar geometry, according to the VSEPR theory, presence of 4 electron pair. In case of nickel, the shape of the molecule is tetrahedral, but could not explain the geometry square planar of nickel 2 plus. So this is another limitation of the valential electron pair repulsion theory. Electron pair repulsion theory again failed to explain the shape of N2H4 molecule. This is hydrogen molecule. According to the VSEPR theory, this molecule should have same geometry pyramidal as like ammonia due to the presence of 3 bond pair of electron and 1 lone pair. But actually the geometry of N2H4 is a planar. So in this case this formula, see now here, nitrogen is central atom, 2 are the surrounding and 1. So 3 bond pairs, 1 lone pair. In this case 3 bond pair, 1 lone pair. So this molecule should also have, this is expected geometry pyramidal like ammonia, but this is actual planar structure. So here is this is 1 bond pair, second, third and 1 lone pair. Here also 1, 2, 3 and 1 lone pair. So each nitrogen have 1 lone pair. So this structure should like to be similar to the ammonia, because number of electron pairs are same, but actually in practice this molecule have the structure planar. So this is not explained by VSE pair theory, and that is why this is another limitations of the VSE pair theory, and we can say that VSE pair theory fails to explain the shape of N2H4 molecule. And in this case, so according to VSE pair theory, A2H4 should have same geometry pyramidal as like ammonia due to the presence of 3 bond pair electron and 1 lone pair. But in actual practice, geometry of N2H4 is a planar. So this is shown here, but this geometry, planar geometry of this molecule is not explained by VSE pair theory, and that is why this is the limitation here. Number 7, valence shell electron pair repulsion theory also fails to explain the exact bond angle in the molecule like H2O, NH3 and molecule having distorted geometry. So in case of what is the exact bond angle is not suggested by the VSE pair theory. So in case of the molecule having distorted geometry, because water, ammonia and some other molecule also have lone pair, presence of lone pair, there is a distortion in the geometry, and this distortion, so in this distorted geometry, the bond angle in that case is not explained by VSE pair theory. So this is 7 number, and one more is there, that is the number 8, and in this case valence shell electron pair repulsion theory fails the most of the 14 electron system, and in this case it is expected pentagonal bipyramidal structure for sp3d3 hybridization is observed for IF7 and ReF7 iodine heptafluoride, rhenium heptafluoride, where no lone pair exists. It failed for the species with lone pair. Therefore it does not give correct structure for xenon hexafluoride SbF6 3- having distorted octahedral in which the lone pair trying to emerge out of the triangular face. So in this case structure is shown here. This is the xenon XeF6 should have octahedral, and total electron pairs of 6 bond pair, 1 lone pair. So lone pair is inactive. In this case also SbF6 3- in this case, and here central atom, this is the 3 atom and these 3 other fluids, so 6 are there. So this is the actual structure, but this is having a distorted structure which is not explained by valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, and therefore we can say that this theory failed for the species with lone pair. Therefore it does not give any correct structure for xenon hexafluoride and Sb antimony hexafluoride 3- which is having distorted octahedral geometry, and the structure are shown in the slide. IF6- having lower symmetry, selenium hexafluoride 2-, tellurium hexafluoride 2-, having regular octahedral, but vibration spectra indicate that they have lower symmetry, and this is also not explained by the VSE pair theory. So we can say that in this case alkaline earth halide are ionic in solid state. They are covalent in the vapor phase, where some of them have bent V shape. This cannot be explained as alkaline earth ions after the formation of dihalide do not have any electron pair on them, and therefore such type of alkaline earth halides is not explained by the valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. So there are number of limitations of the VSE pair theory. So here total 8 limitations are there, and here we can say that all these are the limitations. VSE pair theory explain majority of the molecules but could not explain some molecules are there, like that is the xenon hexafluoride, Sb antimony hexafluoride 3- ion, or also we can say that here that is N2H4. So some of the molecule also molecule containing polar bonds, that is Li2O, could not be explained. So some molecules are there. Majority of the molecule explained by the VSE pair theory, but some molecules are there when the geometry of such type of molecule could not be explained by valence-shell electron pair repulsion theory. So VSE pair theory rules are stereochemical rules were suggested by Gillespie, and based on their rules we can explain the geometry and shape of the molecule, but some molecules are there which is not explained by on the basis of VSE pair theory. We cannot explain the geometry, and therefore in case of tetrahedral geometry, that is in case of the bend is another supplementary rule given, that is the name of the scientist is the Bent, and which is known as the Bent rule. And Bent rule explain the molecule which contain electronegative element, and then they show the changes in the bond angle. So this type of variation in the bond angle which contain more electronegative and more electropositive element in the molecule is explained by Bent in his rule which is known as the Bent rule. So this is also not explained by the VSE pair theory. So therefore there is a separate rule to explain the tetrahedral structure of the molecule which is explained by Bent, because certain there is that is the volume and also the interaction between the electron pair is very important, which is explained by the Bent in case of tetrahedral geometry. So there are certain limitations of the valence-shell electron pair repulsion theory. So so we have seen different types of example, what are the different stereochemical rules, and also today we have seen the different limitations of the VSE pair theory.